in the outdoors today, and I was inspired. You guys might hear some breeze in the background. It's one of those days. It's windy outside. It's really nice, but I was inspired. Often in life we have to understand the commitment that it takes to get the results of the things we want in life, get the result of the things we're praying for, the result of the things that we're working for. And one of the things that inspired me today, and I was just coming today, looking at the scenery. Sometimes you got to go to places that inspire, go to places that grow your level of thinking of what you've been exposed to before. So one of those days was today. I just wanted to see the outdoor and what God had created and some of the different places. I mean, look at some of this beautiful place over here. I mean, it's hard for you to see that with the sun, so I'm just gonna sit on this side here. But one of the things that I loved is I started understanding that God understood that one day I will be in this place right now, looking at this vision, looking at what he created, looking at the birds who are flying right now, looking at the water, like the beautifulness of this lake. God knew that this day would come to pass, so he did not take lightly creating the animals, the fish, the birds, the things. He knew that for this to be at his best, he had to give the best that he could. Often in life, because we're not understanding what's coming ahead, we're not seeing what's going to come to what we're doing right now, we're not seeing the results. Maybe you're working right now, maybe you're trying to build something, maybe you're working on your ministry right now, maybe you're working on a business, on a dream, on a goal, maybe you're writing a book, but you're not seeing the results, nothing is being sold, nobody is coming to you, nobody's joining your team, nobody is saying, yes, go for it. And sometimes you wonder, is it really worth it? But see, if God took last year and said, oh, I didn't care about this lake, specific lake, whatever part of the world this is, and I'm just going to make this mediocre, I would never have what I'm having right now to be able to enjoy the beautifulness of what's going on here. Like, I would never have this exact moment right now. And that's one of the things I love about this, is because I get to enjoy this because God took the diligent work of making sure that this was beautiful enough for me to be able to enjoy this today. You have to be diligent even when you don't see any result. You have to stay faithful to the process, even if you don't see, no one is clapping for you, no one is saying, oh, way to go, Salem, way to go for what you're doing. Even when no one is giving you accolades, you have to stay faithful to the promise you made yourself, to the vision that you had, to the goals and the dreams you're trying to achieve. You have to stay faithful. And when you're looking at this and say to yourself, you know what, I'm going to continue to push. I'm going to continue to go for the goals that I want. Even when people are driving around and looking at you and say, who's that guy? He's talking to his phone. What is going on over there? I know where I'm going. I know what I'm about to do. I know the goals and the things I'm trying to achieve. I don't care what people are walking by or watching say, who's that guy? Because I understood where and the vision that God placed in me and what he's called me to be and the beautifulness. I want one day that my life, when someone is looking at my life, will be able to say, like, I'm looking at this, I want someone to be able to say, you know what, because he stayed faithful, because he stayed and believed in what he wanted, and believed in what God put in his heart, believed in the things, that I can be like this beautiful nature, an example of what's possible. So stay faithful to the promise. Sometimes it made me think of, like, I have a lot of respect for women, especially when you try to give birth. The reason why I have a lot of respect for them is because you got to carry the baby from 9 months. Lord willing, there's no complication. You have to carry the baby from 9 months to term. You don't want to abort your baby. You don't want to abort your dreams, your goals. You want to carry it to term. And it's not easy. The craziest part? This is something that when I heard it, it changed my life. The craziest part about giving birth is that every time a woman is giving birth, she's flirting with death. What do I mean? You guys, especially moms and ladies, you might understand this more, that during the birthing process, sometimes it's so dangerous that a woman comes at her weakest point, that she's flirting with death to give life. How powerful is that? Sometime in life, you got to come to a point where you have to flirt with death to give birth to whatever the purpose God has put in you. Man, I'm going to just shut up and leave you guys with that. That never give up on your dream. Even if you're not seeing the results right now, never give up. And God will be faithful to his promise. You be faithful to your part. Man, I love you guys. I hope you guys have a great day. Go out there. Be the best. Because remember, you are God's very best. Love you guys.